the winner here, Edward Ngujiri, they are winning from KDF. You can see. No. That was, as you just look at the replay there, you can see the run on the bend.
Kipkorir Rotich, of course, representing Police, winning this one, and you can see how he cleverly took that hurdle just ahead of Newton Kipngetich, who is also coming in from the Police department, and it was really, really close. And the last hurdle was the one that determined how Kipkorir Rotich went on to win this one, and it was really, really interesting, and you could feel he did what he had to do to break away from Newton Kipngetich of Police to win this one. And straight ahead, we go to the second semi-final of these 400 meters, and we'll have the likes of Nicholas Kiplimo Kesio in lane number 2, and that is the man we are talking about. We'll also be looking at Peter Ndai of KDF in lane number 3, Meshak Baraka. Watch out for this young man in lane number 4. Peter Kitome Mudoka of Southern and Geoffrey Kipngetich Mutai of Prisons. Those are the athletes. I can see Baraka is missing in this one, so he's coming back. He's doing the Maurice Green type of thing, just taking a stride on the track, slowing down and easing the pressure to ensure that he's in the best shape before the start of this race. And he's the man to watch in the second semi-final of the 400 meters. That is the man I'm talking about, Meshak Baraka, of course. And in lane number 3 is Peter Andai of KDF. Also watch out for Nicholas Kiplimo, another brilliant hurdler coming in from lane number 2. And of course Geoffrey Kipngetich Mutai of Prisons. But this man, Meshak Baraka, let's wait what he can do. Of course, the qualification time is 50.8 seconds. Who's gonna make it? And off they go smoothly, nicely, and of course Baraka taking the first hurdle just as we expected, and currently taking the lead. And coming in second is Peter Kitome Mutoka of Southern, but then watch out for Meshak Baraka currently in the lead as they head towards the last 200 meters, completing this nicely. And of course from the outside is Geoffrey Kipngetich Mutai of Prisons, but then Baraka in the lead currently. This man is using all the experience that he has coming into this one, heading into the last 100 meters. It is between Baraka and of course Geoffrey Kipngetich Mutai, and Peter Kitome Mutoka coming in strongly, and Kitome and Baraka, who's gonna take it towards the sprint, and Kitome just eases through 51.24, finishes ahead of Baraka.
Yeah, Peter Kitome Mudoka there winning this. Very nice and easy. He was running from the outside lane, and you felt he looked comfortable. Of course, he has to navigate. He has to go the longer distance, but he made good use of his lane. Of course, with Meshak Baraka coming in strongly during the last 50 meters, but Peter Kitome Mudoka had it all. He had the momentum really, and he just had to look slightly into his shoulders. So Meshak Baraka coming in strongly, and he pushed in. He gathered his last energy and ensured from Southern Peter Kitome Mudoka.
From the hurdles we go to the sprints, but of course we have to remind you of what happened there. Baraka taking the early lead, but then Mutoka showing why he is one of the names to watch out for in the coming years over the 400 meters hurdle, taking that nicely, and you can see the long strides heading towards the last 100 meters. Mudhoka was in cruise control of this one. Baraka coming in second, trying to close that gap just ahead of course, Peter Andai, who really tried so hard but then did fell out towards the end. Geoffrey Kipngetich Mutai of Prisons did not have any answer towards the questions that Mudhoka and Baraka had posed in this one, and that is how Peter Kitome Mudhoka of Southern stormed through, winning this one despite the pressure from Mr. Baraka, and of course qualifying for the final of the 400 meters. So that is the end of the 400 meters semi-final hurdles, and now we shift our focus to the 100 meters that will begin shortly, and it is the semi-final. Expect a rich field of events and rich field of athletes competing in this one. But 51.24 semi-final number 2, still way out, but then tomorrow is the D-Day when we find out who qualifies for the 400 meters hurdles.
Yeah, absolutely. Today we having only 2 finals on cards. Of course, we've already seen the 10,000 meters women's final, which was won by Janet Chepngetich. The other final on the cards today is the men's 5,000 meters final, which will be coming up to you. But of course, now we are going into the men's 100 meters, and of course, expecting fireworks here. Marco Tieno is there, represented Kenya in the last edition at the African Games in Rabat, but failed to make it past the heats. And of course, he'll be lining up against the young Omuru as well. So it is going to be fireworks, this one. Of course, the senior Omuru are not here today. He's flying bigger fish in international competitions. So another exciting race here. You don't want to miss this.
As we await for the start of the 100 meters semi-final, of course, 3 hits in this one. We'll be waiting to see what happens. But of course, results from the previous events, starting with the 100 meters, the 200 meters women semi-final number 1, where Millicent Noro of Police won in a time of 23.18 seconds, just ahead of Susan Nyambura of coming in second, 25.55. In hit number 2, Brenda Masitsa of Nairobi won in a time of 23.43. Just ahead of Gladys Mumbe of Southern, 25.27. And of course, the men also had their semi-final, the 200 meters, with Samuel Chege Waweru of Ngong winning semi-final number 1, 20.77, ahead of Ronald Kiprono Koech, 21.33. Simani Rega of RAC, 21.58. RAC is Rongai Athletic Club. In semi-final number 2, Mike Mokamba of KDF comfortably won in 28.88, ahead of Daniel Kiviasi Asamba, 20.94, and Stephen Otieno Oluoch of KDF, 21.05. In semi-final number 3, Moses Wasike Onyango just edged Kasper Anderson of Denmark. Both registered 21.24 in a photo finish. And of course, Dennis Kiprono of Sinonin came in third, 21.46. So right now we shift focus to the 100 meters semi-final number 1. 3 semi-final hits in this one. And of course, in lane number 1, expect Vincent Mwinde of Southern. In lane number 2, there will be Sylvester Simiyu of Utawala Springs Club, Meshak Babu of KDF in lane number 3, then Tyson Juma, and that is Meshak Babu for you of KDF, Tyson Juma Omondi of ESSP, that is Justin Isaboke Mogoya, very young and upcoming athlete, and that is Innocent Kadima of ESSP, and that is Richard of Guto Police, and Eric Kimathi completing the lineup in lane number 8. So it's the first semi-final of the 100 meters, a complete field here, and we are expecting to see who reigns supreme. 10.2 qualification time. as we await for the start of the 100 meters men semi-final number 1, and the track officials demand silence, and we'll have a restart of this one, and quite some tension. But then watch out for Meshach Babu, Tyson Juma, and Justin Isaboke in lane number 3, 4 and 5 respectively. As you see the start of this one, and a green card to all the athletes, and we'll have a restart of this one, the first semi-final of the 100 meters, where we have Vincent Muinde in lane number 1, Sylvester Simiyu in lane number 2, Meshach Babu in lane number 3, Tyson Juma Omondi in lane number 4, Justin Isaboke Mogoi in lane number 5, Innocent Kadima in lane number 6, Richard Ogutu in lane number 7, and Eric Kimathi in lane number 8. That is Eric Kimathi. Another faulty start here, so we'll be waiting to see what the track officials will have to do here. Maybe if we get a replay of this one and see exactly what happened, but that is, we don't know yet. Let's wait and see what happens after the restart.
Yeah, one of the most tense races here. Somebody must have done a false restart here. Oh yeah, absolutely. Lane 1, Vincent Muinde here. The pressure telling on him, and he is out of this race. Very unfortunate for him. And of course, this doesn't make the work of the rest of the athletes any easier. This is a time where now there are no second chances. You miss out.
The young man from Southern not able to start in this race after being eliminated, rather carded, and off we go smoothly. And watch out for Meshach Babu in lane number 6. But then that is Meshach Babu for you. He'll be winning his one 10.47, just ahead of Tyson Juma.
Meshach Babu there, very strong finish from him, and he keeps up with the pace up until the end. Meshach Babu, of course, with Tyson Juma Omondi from ESSP putting the pressure on him, but Meshach Babu looked like he was in control right from the start, and he wins this heat, I would say, nice and easy. And straight in we go into the men's 100 meters semi-final 2. On lane 1 is Mr. Betson Kahesi Samuel, all the way from Machakos. As we look at the replay here, a very good start now after the false start there by Vincent Muinde, who was disqualified. Look at Tyson Juma Omondi, they are powering home. He's big figure, they are powering home. But Meshach Babu looks lighter and fitter here, and he has the skills, the energy, and the drive to finish here as the athlete on lane number 5 there, Justin Isaboke Mogoi, finishing their third.
Justin Isaboke already showing us what he's capable of doing this season, coming in third. The athlete who comes from KDF, and that is Casper Anderson, preparing for semi-final number 2. The man who's already finished second in that photo finish in the 200 meters, 10.24. He finished just behind Wasike, and look forward to this one. It's yet another semi-final we are waiting to see, and we'll be giving you the lineup in a bit. Of course, in lane number 1 we expect to have Benson Kahesi Samuel of Machakos, Charles Nyamwe of Nairobi will be in lane number 2, Isaac Kundo Muru of Nairobi in lane number 4, Simani Regau, and that is Casper Anderson in lane number 4. The man who has shown us what is capable of doing in this one, and of course he's taking that is Benson Kahesi in lane number 1, Charles Nyamwe of Nairobi, Simani Regao, the former University of Nairobi student, that is Isaac Omuru Akundu, and that is Kasper Andersen of Denmark. And that is Robinson Motende, a very experienced sprinter here. Duke Ogot of Police. Also missing is Dan Kiviasi, who had just competed in the 200 meters of this one. So it is Kahesi in lane number 1, Nyamoya in lane number 2, Rigao in lane number 3, Isaac Omurwa in lane number 4, Robinson Motende in lane number 6, and of course Duke Ogoti in lane number 8. And there you go smoothly, and off they go. That is Robinson Motende coming in smoothly. But then look at Isaac Omurwa, will be winning this one. We'll be looking at the time, 10.46. And I think Simani Regau might have just come in second. Kasper Andersen, just after showing us what he's capable of doing in the 200 meters, was not able to keep up pace with this one, finishing a distant 7th in this one.
Yeah, he's devastated, as you can see. He never just got it right from the very start. He got a very, very slow start and never just picked it up. You feel like he gave it up the moment he stepped off those blocks and went for the race. As you look at the replay there, look at Anderson. He's had a very poor finish, but look at Omurwa there, powering home. Looks nice and easy, very comfortable with his run. He powers home. The dominant figure there of Omurwa. Anderson had a false start and never really got up. Very easy finish here, as we see. I believe Betson, Simani Rigau finishing second here. But yeah, I'm sure that Anderson will be very disappointed. I wonder if maybe his exploits in the 200 meters maybe paid put to his chances of winning this one.
Of course, it's true, because he just barely rested before the 100 meters, so it might have taken toll on him. But straight away, we look forward to seeing what the likes of Benson Okot can do in the third heat of the men 100 meters. So Edwin Omondi will be running in lane number 1, Stephen Onyango Odhiambo in lane number 2, and the man on your screen is Edwin Omondi, and that is Benson Okot also. Hesbon Ochieng, that is Edwin Omondi for you. Stephen Onyango will be running in lane number 2. Stephen Otieno Oluoch in lane number 4. Hesbon Ochieng in lane number 5. Dennis Nyongesa in lane number 6. And Mark Kanyete and Elkana Sabila in that order. Out for the man of prison, that is Hesbon Ochieng, a very, very fast sprinter here. That is in lane number 8, Elkana Sabila. Mark Kanyete, another brilliant sprinter. And that is Dennis Nyongesa of Nairobi. That man, Hesbon Ochieng, a very experienced runner, 29 years of age. And that is Stephen Otieno Oluoch, another brilliant sprinter from the Kenya Defence Forces. Stephen Odhiambo, another man from KDF, running in lane number 3, and of course the young man Edwin Omondi of ESSP, and that is Benson Okot. So a complete field in this third semi-final of the 100 meters. And off they go smoothly, and straight away look at Hesbon Ochieng and Benson Okot, the two guys, and of course from Stephen Otieno Oluoch of KDF, but then Hesbon takes it. Hesbon Ochieng from Prisons, the most experienced sprinter in this field, taking it home just ahead of Stephen Onyango Odhiambo of KDF. This was very, very close to tell, but then Hesbon showing what he has in store heading into the finals.
Of course, using all his experience really there to pump his way to the finish line here, beating Stephen Onyango, who who also really gave it a go here. You can see Hesbon there. Good, strong start there by both athletes. You can see Stephen, Hesbon rather, pumping forward there as Stephen Onyango Odhiambo also tries to challenge him from lane 3. But Hesbon showing, you can see him grimacing. It's almost a photo finish, but Hesbon, I feel, just had enough really just to edge it there. But very, very good run there by Stephen Onyango Odhiambo also from KDF.
And of course, Stephen Otieno Oluoch of KDF coming in third. It wasn't really going for Benson Okot, and he found it really, really tough. But then happy faces there from the Kenya Defence Forces duo of Stephen and Hesbon, of course, from the prison department, winning that one. So that is the end of the 100 meter semi-final men, and they head straight to the call room, and we shift focus to the 100 meters. That is Eunice Kadogo for you, the former national champion in the 100 meters, former national record holder in this one. And of course, it is the 100 meters women semi-final. That is Susan Nyambura, finished second in the heat of the 100 meters, and she'll be fancying her chances here.
Of course, Eunice Kadogo here today didn't make it past the heats in the previous edition in Rabat, Morocco. But Kenya went to the final thanks courtesy of Maximila Imali, who went all the way to the final, but she finished 8th in a race that was won by Ivorian great Marie Josette Alou. But of course, Eunice Kadogo looking for another ticket here to go and represent Kenya at the All Africa Games.
And of course, the lineup: Delisha Atiang, there is Joy Akinyi, Susan Nyambura, Millicent Doro, Eunice Kadogo, Monica Safania, Lois Nyanchoka Morara, and Quinteka Navai Kisembe. And there they go smoothly. That is Susan Nyambura taking off smoothly, but then watch out for Eunice Kadogo coming in very, very smoothly, and she will be winning this one just ahead of Monica Sefania. So Kadogo finally beats Sefania and clinches the ticket to the final of the 100 meters women.
Definitely happy with that, Eunice Kadogo. She won this race from the back. She didn't have like the best of finishes, but she had really the power to power home with like 50 meters to go. As you see an athlete here calling herself Neymar Junior. She has a wave written Neymar Junior. That's very interesting to see. That's very interesting to see. As we look at the replay here, you can see Eunice Kadogo. She's not so much in the picture now. Susan Nyambura was, but you can see Kadogo really, her gait very much forward, and she powers home using her hands really to propel her forward. Look at the run here also on the outside lane by Lois Mora, who gets the second spot here. But Eunice Kadogo using all her experience here to win here for the National Police Service in the women's first heat. As we move swiftly into the second heat of the women's semi-final, 100 meters. On lane 2 here is Edna Ugendi from RAC. On lane 3, Martha Lucy from Nairobi. Rukia Omulisia from KDF will be running from lane 4. And then Esther Mbagari Okanga from Nairobi in lane 5, close to our compatriot Brenda Masitsa from Nairobi also, who will be running on lane 6. We have Doreen Waka, perhaps the favorite here, running for prisons in lane 7, and Lillian Aoko from Nyanza North representing, starting rather from lane 8. It's the 100 meters second semi-final. On your photo there, Esther Okanga, Doreen Waka there in lane 7, and on the outside lane is Lillian Aoko, lane 8 from Nyanza North. As we get ready for the second semi-final of the women's 100 meters. Edna Ugendi, lane 2, Lucy, lane 3, Omusila, lane 4, Okanga, lane 5, Masitsa, lane 6, Doreen Waka, lane 7, and Lillian Aoko in lane 8. And away we go. Look out for Esther Okanga here. A very good start here from Esther Okanga. She's going to win this, Esther Okanga. Very, very easy. If you ask me, Esther Okanga in 11 minutes 80. It never really looked in doubt from the very beginning, Esther. I feel like she had control of this race and she wins easily. Doesn't break a sweat even. Esther Mbakari Okanga from Nairobi. As we finish the heats for this competition, and now we are moving into the 800 meters. Seeing the replay there. No false starts here. Very good start there by Esther. And she establishes her dominance here as early as possible, despite the competition there from Doreen Waka. Never looked like she was troubled. Very comfortable. She could even afford to slow down during the last few meters there. And it's between Edna Ogendi and Lilian Aoko for the third place there. Remember, all this action coming to you live from the Nyayo National Stadium. It's the African Games trials. In what is going to be a competition that started in Brazzaville, Congo in 1965, the first edition, with 30 nations participating. Right now, it is 54 nations participating. Remember, Kenya hosted this event in Nairobi 1987, and it was inaugurated by the late Daniel Arap Moi. Kenya obviously being always so strong, especially in the athletics events. But funny enough, Nigeria have always topped the standings in the athletics. But once in 1973, when Kenya, which were actually held in Nigeria, when Kenya topped the standings with 7 gold, 8 silver, and 8 bronze ahead of Ghana. As we get ready for the men's 800 meters semi-final, hit 1. Lane 1 there is Laban Kipro-Reid from South Rift. From South Rift is Elias Ngeny from Central Rift in lane 2. Ferguson Cheruyot Rotich, I'm sure that one is a very familiar name to many an athletics fan, is in lane 3. Koitatoi Kidali, running as an individual athlete, is in lane 4. Cornelius Tuwe in lane 5. Lenny Kotikash in lane 6. Billy Carl Ingabire also listed here in lane 6. Wycliffe Kinyamal, another man to look out for, in lane 7. And of course Alan Kipiego from RAC in lane 8. Of course, all eyes will be on the figure of Ferguson Cheruyot Rotich as we go into the starters. 2 laps for this semi-final one of the men's 800 meters. Of course, all eyes will be on Ferguson Cheruyot Rotich and Wycliffe Kinyamal, 2 athletes who have experience, who have international experience. As you see, Alan Kipiego there, as Kinyamal takes the lead here. They'll be coming for the bell when they cross the line. This is now where it all comes to life now. As they take the bell here, Kinyamal still ahead there. With Koitatoi Kidali just running on Kinyamal's shoulder. You can see Ferguson Rotich settling there in third. He loves running from that position. Kinyamal and Kidali there starting to stretch the field there. Ferguson Kiprotich drops there to third. And on to fourth now. It's the last 200 meters as they take the bend here. You can see the grimacing face here of Koitalel Kidali. Can he hold on? Kinyamal there rocking his head. As Alan Kipiego, who is going to be? Kinyamal wins it here for Police. Ferguson Kiprotich dropped way back. One of the favorites for this. Kinyamal wins it in 1 minute 56 to mark the end of the first semi-final of the men's 800 meters. As we go into the second heat, which I will be sharing with you the start list for that as well. I'm sure Kiprotich will be disappointed by his placing here. He just never looked like he was in it. He dropped way back there. There's no way he was going to challenge the winner here, Wycliffe Kinyamal. Koitatoi Kidali there having a very good race. But Kinyamal using all his international experience there to ensure that he won this race. As we get into the second heat of the 800 men semi-final, lane 1, Jonathan Kitilit from North Rift. From Eldoret is Alfred Kipteter. Sabania Kiprotich in lane 3. Aaron Kemei from Nairobi, lane 4. Alex Ngeno Kipngetich from Prison, lane 5. Kelvin Kimutai from Iten, lane 6. And Kelvin Kimutai Koech in lane 7. Nicholas Kebene, one of the favorites for this race, in lane 8. And John Lokibe Taban in lane 8. It's the second heat of the men's 800 meters semi-final. And away we go. 2 laps. Look out for Kelvin Kimutai and Nicholas Kebene. The athletes now can come together. Aaron Kemei there. The man, the lanky figure of Aaron Kemei from Nairobi leading here. Kelvin Kimutai just running there on his shoulder. As Sabania Kiprono Rotich also comes into the picture as they come into the line and they take the bell. Take the bell, which means they are coming to finish this. Still very strong running there. That's Sabania Rotich. Aaron Kemei there. Alex Ngeno there trying to challenge it's Aaron Kemei, the tall figure of Aaron Kemei here. As he takes the bend there, Aaron Kemei, and he's pushed to the finish line here by Alex Kipngetich. Kipngetich actually goes past Aaron Kemei and he's going to win this. Very nicely timed race there by Aaron Kemei there. He had the lead there, Aaron Kemei. But Alex Kipngetich had the power really to get past Kemei in the last 20 meters and make this winning his own. And that marks the end of the men's 800 meters. You can see a very confident run there by all the athletes. But when the bell rang, that is where now the men are separated from the boys. Those are pictures coming to you. Replays of the first lap in the men's 800 meters. Aaron Kemei there was in control for much of the race, front running. But Alex Kipngetich timed his run there perfectly. You can see there still. Aaron Kemei still leading there at the bend, with Alex Kipngetich just trailing him there in second place as they took the bend. Kelvin Kimutai was also in the picture there, and so was Nicolas Kebene, but it always looked like it was going to be between Alex Kipngetich and Alex does go past Aaron Kemei to win the men's 800 meters semi-final second hit.
As we smoothly move forward with our program.
Alex Ng'en, of course, finished second in the national trials for the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. And of course, this is a one-time World Under-20 silver medalist, of course, the African Under-20 champion, and of course, one-time national champion just before the Tokyo Olympics. And is one athlete that we'll be looking forward to, and he has the capabilities of ticking all the right boxes as we head towards the All Africa Games to be held later on this week. From later on this week in Accra, Ghana. Quite a good turnout here on day one of the trials for the All Africa Games. And of course, after the 100 meters men, we'll be looking forward to see the next event, and looking forward to the 5,000 meters that will begin shortly. But straight away, we'll be looking forward to seeing what happened here. Of course, in the AM, very slow activities. And of course, we switch focus to the 5,000 meters men final.
Getting ready for the men's 5,000 meters final. Not such a big athlete, rather not such a big field here today, which is very unlike Kenyan, if I may say. We have Meshak Letim, Boaz Kiprogut, Cornelius Kemboi, Daniel Kosen, Emmanuel Koril Kiplagat, and Isaac Kibet Ndiema as the men who will be vying for the 3 slots available for Kenya in the men's 5,000 meters. It is a final, this one, no need for hits. Of course, Kenya winning gold, silver and bronze in the previous edition in Morocco. Robert Kiprop winning gold, Edward Zakayo getting the silver, and Richard Yato winning the bronze for Kenya in the previous edition. I'm told, unfortunately, there are only 2 athletes who came for the men's 5,000 meters, and by the rules of athletics, you cannot have a competition of only 2 athletes in the men's 5,000 meters. So we will not have that competition being run here today, which is very unfortunate, given, of course, like I mentioned, Kenya's previous performance in the previous games, where they managed a podium sweep through Robert Kiprop, Edward Zakayo, and Richard Yato. So we'll go into the men's 400 meters as the next event.
The 400 meters for both men and women. The 400 meters men and women. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, some events have to be pushed as finals.
Going to the men's and women's 400 meters semi-finals. We have 2 heats for both.
Nonetheless, they will be done tomorrow. We will have a team to represent Kenya in the All Africa Games coming up in Accra, Ghana. So once again, very quickly, we look forward to the next event, that is the men and women 400 meters.
Of course, running in the women's 400 meters here today will be Mary Mora, the 800 meters specialist. She'll be running in the first semi-final.
Events going on. We still have the high jump. We have the high jump on the other side of the track.
Mora, who finished 6th for Kenya in this
We
distance
have the last event coming
at the last edition in Rabat. Of course, she'll be looking to improve on that. Should she get the opportunity to go to Ghana. Remember to join us for the finals tomorrow here, where we'll be knowing who will be the athletes who will be going to Accra, Ghana. Tomorrow is the day of the finals. That including the 400 meters for both men and women, the 100 meters for both men and women. We will also have the 3,000 meters steeplechase final tomorrow, as well as the 1,500 meters.
Women's 400 meters. Women's 400 meters.
As we wait for the women's 400 meters, which will
As we appreciate the presence of men
be the penultimate event of the day.
coming in for the first semi-finals of the women's 400 meters. There we see her leading the athletes coming in to line up for the 400
as you see the women coming there. In your picture here, Mary Mora will be looking to appear in a second straight 400 meters appearance at the African Games. She'll be running from lane number 5. So keep your eyes on her. Just one lap. You give it your all. So, lane 2 there will be Nelly Chebichi from Eldoret. And then Police will be in lane 3, 4, and 5 with Joanne Cherono running in lane 3. Veronica Mutua in lane 4, Mary Mora in lane 5, Grace Kidake in lane 6 from the coast, Jacqueline Nanjala in lane 7, and Emma Wavinya from Nairobi in lane 8.
Joanne Cherono, Veronica Mutua, National Police Service, Mary Mora, National Police Service, Grace Kidake, Post, Jacqueline Nanjala, Emma Wavinya. That's the semi-finals, the first semi-finals of the women's 400 meters. So Nelly Chebichi,
Joanne Cherono, there on your picture.
Mary Mora, Grace Kidake, Jacqueline Nanjala, Emma Wavinya.
There's Mary Mora in a very conspicuous green kit there as they get ready to start. It's Nelly Chebi from Joanne Cherono, Veronica Mutua, Mary Mora, Grace Kidake, Jacqueline Nanjala, and Emma Wavinya from Nairobi. The women's 400 meters semi-final one. And away we go.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the start of
The women's 400 meters semi-final first
400 meters.
heat. Mary Mora looks like she's established her dominance early in the race as she gets into the shoulders
National Police Service.
of Grace Kidake.
Also in that race is Joanne Cherono, National Police Service.
Mora here still leading from lane number 5. She pumps forward. Mora, she takes the bend here. The African champion, head and shoulders above the rest. There was never really doubt as she gets into the last 50 meters here. She's pumping home. Mary Mora, head and shoulders above the rest. As Jacqueline Nanjala from Dura comes in. There, Mary Mora, very dominant race here from her. It was never a doubt really from the first. This 800 meters specialist, of course, just using the power that she's used to and the experience that she gets running international competitions. Of course, she'll be looking to appear in the same distance at the African Games for the second edition running, and looking also to improve on her 6th place finish last time. She must be very happy with that win, Mary Moraa. It was expected, but it's never given.
And of course, getting a big hug from the 3,000 meters world steeplechase record holder, that is Beatrice Chepkoech, who happens to be a teammate. They're running for the same team, and it's something that we see happen very often, where they do lift each other in such a way. But Mary Moraa, one of the champions of the athletics rights and the athletes' right rather, and you could see she's been in the forefront, making sure that everything is streamlined and everything is in place, and that's why we are having these championships currently happening. And look at how she took the bend towards the 100 meters, very confident. We know her for her prowess in the 800 meters, but you look at how she tore the field apart, ensuring that she stayed in the front, and she is in great shape this season. Something that you cannot take away from her. She's the one to watch throughout this year, an Olympic year, Diamond League season. Yet again, the Kip Keino Classic happening right here, and Mary Moraa seems to be ticking all the green boxes and ready to conquer the world. And of course, she wants to start with next week's All Africa Games to be held in Accra. And we hand over to Charlie to hear what she has to say with the world champions over the 800 meters now.
Na tuendelee na competition, tusi kupenda kwetu sisi kama athletes, so we need to focus. Yes.
For the African Games, will you be doubling in the 8 and 400?
No, I'm going to run 400, and then maybe if the relay is inside, I will double.
Yeah. Thank you and all the best. That is Mary Moraa. She's saying that she will compete in the 400 meters and also in the 400 meters relay. We are next to the second heat of the 400 meters. Over to you, Greg.
Of course, Charity, they're having a chat with Mary Moraa, who's just obliterated the field to win the women's 400 meters semi-final one. She'll be looking to go into the African Games for the second edition running. As we get into the second heat, quickly to go through the lanes. Lane 1, Gladys Mumbe from Southern. Lane 2, Janet Chepkoech from Prisons. Lane 3, Damaslin Bonareri from Prisons. Mercy Jebet from Mercy Jebet in Lane 5. Millicent Doro, the favorite here in Lane 6. Maureen Nyatichi in Lane 7. And Rose Ihisa Uwaro in Lane 8. And away we go. Damaslin Bonareri looking really strong here during the early stages of this race. A very good run from the inside lane also there from Gladys Mumbe. As they take the 200-meter bend, and it's at the home stretch now where we'll know who is on the lead here. Mercy Jebet looks really strong here. It's a race to the finish line between Maureen Nyatich Thomas. Who is going to be Maureen Nyatich Thomas is going to win this. I feel like Mercy Jebet just got it there. Maureen Thomas. Maureen Thomas there wins this race from Police. And that was the second heat of the women's 400 meters semi-final too. Of course, the first one won by Mary Moraa. As you get the replay on your screens now.
So once again, we appreciate all the visitors who will come to support us in forming the Kenya national team to these All Africa Games starting.
Mercy Chebet there looked like she had it in the bag.
And tomorrow is
But Maureen Thomas gritting her teeth, trying to find that extra stride to get past Mercy Chebet, and the two athletes are competing all the way to the finish line. And Maureen Thomas just about gets it with a very good dip in the line. Mercy Chebet should be happy with that.
That event has been held here before in 1987.
And of course, the finals for this competition will be run tomorrow, where Maureen Thomas and Mercy Chebet will be going head-to-head with Mora, who won, as you get to have a chat with Charity.
This race is done there. How does it feel for you?
I'm feeling great. Yeah.
Preparations zako sahi ziko vipi? Unaona a possible chance of a medal?
Yes. Kwa sababu nimetrain, at least I'm coming up. Yeah.
That is wonderful for you, and all the best.
Thank you.
We have some breaking news from Athletics Kenya. They have said that they are pleased that to know that the